What's up, gentlemen and ladies? Welcome to another episode of Project Gentlemen. We're here. We love to talk about the things that help us win in life. And today we are here at Ayala Center, Cebu to witness and feature this new version of the Ford Territory, which I know so many of you love and really like. So today I'll be showing you their two variants. Basically, they only have the Titanium X, top of the line, and the Titanium, which is the basic or the standard model. I'll be showing you the major differences. I think it's just the sunroof and the black headliner and the color of the seats and all of the other minor differences. And by the end of the video, I'll be sharing with you my first impressions, final thoughts, verdict. Let's see if it's gonna be worth it to buy for those who are looking for a hybrid crossover, which is perfect for the city. So I can't wait to get this started. I know you are as well. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here we go! right, so final verdict for the new Ford Territory, So it's a facelift, basically. Some very minor changes, especially the front fascia. I've got to admit, with the first impression, first look, the stance is, with your peripheral vision, the first glance at it, you will think that it's like it has some similarities with a Ford Everest, and it really has this SUV look because of the curved front hood. Unlike with the previous one, pre-facelift, it has corners in it, so it kind of feels, still it has that vibe of a crossover. But now with the new design, I really felt like it looked bigger in my eyes. But with the dimensions wise, I think it's just basically the same all around with the dimensions and the measurements. Honestly, aesthetic wise, this is my opinion, I like better the pre-facelift version because it has, like I said, the corners and the sharp edges. I preferred that more compared with the curvy design, but that's just me. But yeah, aside from the front, you still have all of the good things that you have for the Territory with the rear design. Basically similar with the previous one. But aside from the aesthetics, setting aside the subjectiveness of the looks, now if you're someone who really loves the Territory, you've been a very big fan of the large frame, the spacious interior, the premium build quality, used good materials. If you're a fan of that, you can now enjoy it with the hybrid system. So still, it's been a great car for the city. Now with the hybrid system, it's even better, and I think it can really compete with the market, especially with the price of around 1.6 million pesos for the top of the line Titanium X, and just around 1.4 million pesos for the lower titanium variant. So you only have two variants, and I think that 1.4 million mark is really gonna be tempting for a lot of buyers and customers, consumers. So 1.4 and 1.6, I think really that's a very competitive price. Not to mention the lowest or the base variant, the basic variant, has a 360 camera, which you guys know it. That's my personal favorite feature, and my non-negotiable rear camera, rear sensor. So that base variant really is gonna be very tempting, in my opinion. That's really gonna get some of the market in terms of, for those who are looking for that hybrid crossover. So what about you guys? Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this new Ford Territory hybrid? I would love to know your thoughts. I'd love to answer your questions as much as I could, as usual. I hope that you find this video helpful. This has been Ronnie with Project Gentleman, reminding you that those who seek God first are the ones who truly win in life. Thank you so much for watching. Grateful to all of you. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Ciao.